All right. To my beloved people out there, and yes, I mean beloved, because those who are leading a certain way are still my beloved because they have some time to come and change their polarity. Because anyone can change their mind at a moment. The moment they come to the realization that the way that they were kind of doing the thing they were doing was incorrect and can make adjustments. Specifically, those who've decided to be mad at me and have maybe not said so about my speech about out-leading, out-thinking, out-teaching, right? And out-breeding these people. Yes, it's on you to come up with the next generation because whose ideals are those children going to have? You're not always going to be able to get in between. You're going to have to do something, and it is on you. It is on you to teach, preach, however you want to look at it, but uplift the next generation to be more objective. Because you guys keep saying that, people would logically come to that. Well, if that's the truth, then where's their logic coming from? What generation of people? Who's teaching them? And whose ideals are they absorbing the most? It is on us to come up with the greatest minds. They're going to launch the next innovations, the next technologies, the next teachings, the next concepts. And they have to come from a mindset that's not addled by a corporate aristocracy, a sub-departmental government aristocracy. You know what I'm talking about. Tiered systems you really can't get in unless you're in, right? And you know if you're in, and you can feel when you're out, right? Preeminently speaking, it is on us to do something about that. We all ought to consider it and not leave the next generation to people that don't hold your ideals or ever want to project them or ever want to be forced to project them because they do have civil liberties. That rights of privacy and teaching in their own home, you're never going to be able to break that. That is an affront you're not going to win. But you can do something at home. And you know what those things are. Teaching, leading, right? Whoever that is. Whoever decides to be the householder. I mean, I have my opinions, but I'm an arrogant American. What are you going to do? I was raised a certain way, and we know it wasn't right. God damn it. And we're subject to change. Like any man, woman, or anyone absorbing information, you have the right to change your mind. That's why I think Lucifer should lead the way. Because Satan's been ruling for a long time, and it's only ruined things to ruin. Maybe we live more conscientiously amongst ourselves and decide amongst ourselves instead of let other people between liberties, even the freelance artists and stuff. You got to be looking at trying to not have a deal, maybe trying to coagulate together rather than let their GOD rule over you. Because you get under those mofos, their GOD is terrible. And it paper whips you forever, gets you in positions where you're not going to be able to create or be creative or link with creative people because they don't want competition. At the end of it, they don't want you to stay relevant. They want you to stay in an area where you're controlled. And if you continue to do that, they want to absorb those things from you as they come. And then get you invested in things that, these practices will bring those things back, your creativity back, even though the things that they did zapped your mind power, put you in a trajectory, in a parallel that wasn't for you. And we know what those things are. They are deceptions, right? Of any kind. Living on your own credulity. Because we all hope to be, right? Our own mind power is what we're referring to in that credulity area. And we know we're not going to be able to stop lying or stop doing this. The society is based on it. You're going to have to do these things. You're going to have to do things that are, a little greasy, And that's why the dude's at the top. You're supposed to look at the, even though it's fake news, right? You're supposed to look at the dudes at the top and be like, can you believe everything they say? When the fake news is those industrial companies who oppress you, lie about their products, affront the industries to you, and then pollute the ground and all the things, and then get you all addled up with their crap and their fake information. They don't want to just hit you with their fake drug. They want to hit you with their fake information, their fake paperwork processes that you can't understand. No, you can have paper, but it should be understandable. And it should be easy to apply, legally remediable, right? Instead of all these things that are just paper blind. And that's the game. That to ultimately, through agency, debase your ability as an individual to claim intellectual property or authority of creative process and all these things. The industry is an industry with an industry, and it's a predatory thing. We know that. And it can be easily rejected by coagulating artists. The collective capital between us is way greater than that, and we know that. Not a big deal. Just a little preachy message and a little thoughts. I'm not unaligned with people in any community. I'm actually neutral. I'm a nihilist. I have nothing to do with any of y'all. Don't have a dog in the race. I want to be a comedian, so you absolutely have to not have a dog in anyone's race, you know? Politically neutral. So I'm going to be fun about it. You know? Have a nice rest of your day, kids. And don't get too mad about stuff. Because some stuff ought to be funny. We should be able to poke up fun at everything. If it's done in good taste, right? And, you know, sometimes that's up to the individual delivering. Have a great day.